What is going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be giving you 3 key tips on how camera movement helps make your videos just that much more cinematic. Let's go. Alright, so tip number 1 is use camera movement to give your videos depth. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's a couple things in video that really helps give your videos depth. One is lighting. As you notice, the way I have this lit, I have a shadow under my chin right now. I'm lit differently than the background, which helps me bring out the background. It just helps the viewer know, seeing it's not 3D video in relation where I actually am to the camera, where the background is to the camera. Another thing is bokeh. So notice how I'm in focus. The background is not in focus, so they know that that's clearly the background. I'm the main subject. But also, camera movement can help give your videos depth, and here's how. Say I got a shot with foreground, I got a shot with midground, and there's background also in this shot. Now, if I just had this shot locked down, you can still sort of see there's where the midground, background, and foreground is. But if I start moving that camera, you're gonna notice that the foreground is moving different in relation to the midground, and same with the background. So it's really gonna give you an idea of actual depth in your videos and really gonna help give your videos that cinematic look. Little pro tip too is when you're shooting and you have foreground in your shot, maybe use that foreground to reveal your subject. So say you got a building in the way, you can shoot around that and then use it to reveal whatever subject you're shooting. And this has a lot of scenarios you can use. You can also use foreground and movement in your videos to make video transitions, which is really cool. But that is tip number 1. Let's go to tip number 2 right now. Alright, so tip number 2 is match your camera movement to your subject's action. Now, this is something that's definitely not going to work all the time, but you will definitely find some uses for it. Now, what I'm talking about here is, let's say, for example, you're filming someone mobbing on a dirt bike as fast as they can, doing this like extreme flips, just doing something crazy extreme. Now, you could throw your camera on a gimbal and make it super smooth, but what if you sort of matched their actions, matched the fact that they're going crazy extreme, and went handheld, added some shake into your footage? It just helps the viewer, understand that what they're doing even more is even that much more extreme, and sometimes in cases will make what they're doing look even more extreme. Now, like I said, this won't work all the time, but you'll definitely find some uses for it, and vice versa. If you're filming something that's super calm, maybe don't go handheld, maybe throw it on a gimbal, or maybe even lock your camera down. Sometimes no movement is the best movement there is, if that makes any sense at all. But that is tip number 2. Let's move right in to tip number 3. Alright, so tip number 3 is a little bit similar to the last one, but it applies more to if you're shooting short films or something like that, or narrative, something of that sort. Now, tip number 3 is use your camera movement to support your story. Now, what I mean by this is just like the last one, match your character's action. In this one, you can use it to match what's happening in the story. If there's a moment that's getting uneasy, maybe, with your camera movement, maybe go handheld again. Make it feel shaky, make it feel uneasy. Or maybe if it's a calm moment, maybe go smooth, maybe go lockdown. Or maybe it's a calm moment that is about to get uneasy. Maybe go from being locked down to all of a sudden being handheld, and then giving the viewer the idea, something's not right here, something's bad's gonna happen. So again, that's another one. Use your camera movement to support your story, and I'm sure in vlogs, in B-roll, you'll definitely find ways to use that tip as well. But that was tip number 3. So that is it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to hit the notification bell down below, because I'm normally putting out between 2 to 3 new videos a week talking about photography and filmmaking, just like this one. But like I said, that's it for this video, and I will see you later.